Wouldn't it be nice to connect up all the items of plant and equipment that we have on our projects so we understand the health of those items of equipment in a much smarter way? A lot of the infrastructure and equipment already exists. How can we improve that and upgrade that to make it work better for us? So we're here on one of our rail projects today at Mitre Bridge near White City, a project where we're restoring an existing railway bridge. We've got a critical piece of equipment, a compressor, that's used to power the work that's on the job. The problem is, if that equipment fails, it will stop the project. The compressor is in a really constrained part of the project. It's difficult to go and access the equipment to check it's okay. It's also time consuming for someone to have to do that. So what we've come up with is, instead of having to manually check whether that equipment is working okay, going to check the control panel, making sure the warning lights are okay, we've rigged up some really nice piece of technology. We've partnered with Iotic Labs to develop this pilot.
We've connected a series of things together in order to create a solution. The primary piece being the webcam that is looking at the display panel for the compressor. The solar panel is feeding the uninterruptible power supply. The power supply is feeding a tiny little computer that is connected to the webcam, that's able to wake up every 10 minutes and take an image of the display panel that you've seen. What it's trying to detect is 4 pixels of a red light. If that red light is on, it means that the compressor is about to go into failure.
This is the device we're using at the edge to do the image processing, and it's just a Raspberry Pi Zero, the sort of thing that any kid in a school would have. There's machine learning image processing software that you can train to recognize things in images. So in this case, we've given it ones which we say are good, so with no red lights showing, and we've shown ones which are bad with the red light showing, and then if you give it enough images from enough different angles, it will gradually learn which ones are right and which ones are wrong. So what we have here is the dashboard that's proposed in the pilot for the site manager, and as you can see, there's an image that we've captured by the image recognition software running out there on the site. And then we analyse that image further to see if there's any red lights on in that image, and at the moment you can see that the indicator at the top left is green, which means that there are no red lights in the image. If I change that image to the latest one, we have one where we have a positive. You can see now that on the image there is a glow in that red region, and the image detection software has picked up and it's shown us a red blob on the top left of the screen. So what we're doing with this example is we're taking a dumb compressor with no internet connectivity, no monitoring at all, and using the image recognition software to provide the smartness for us. So we don't even have to touch that machine at all. So the nice thing about using the Iotic space infrastructure is that you can get sources of data from other places that you don't own yourself. For example, here we have the local weather forecast for White City and the local air quality provided by DEFRA and the Met Office. These are publicly available data feeds, but are much more complicated to get through into something like this than if you use the Iotic system.
The camera technology behind this, the image processing and the artificial intelligence, can help us understand what good looks like and what bad looks like. So by surveying a scene, we can automatically receive a notification when something is not as it should be. In the future, we might have a project dashboard where all the information is readily available to us, rather than we go and have to find it ourselves.
I was very impressed by Colin's vision to create an IoT-enabled smart site dashboard for BAM Nuttall. I think it's a great concept, and one where all of the machines and the equipment on site is available to site managers so they can get a very quick view of what's going on site.